Hi guys, welcome on my channel Crochet with Joanna. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful motif. It is just about a square, so just a little bit shorter. If you will stretch this motif and block, you can actually have the square, but if you will just use the hot iron, you've got more than rectangular. So in the largest point it measures about 5.5 inches and the shorter side has a 5 inches. So as I said, it's almost square but not exactly. For this project I am using crochet hook size 1.75 millimeters and the cotton thread in size 10. In my tutorial I'm going to show you how to crochet this motif and how to join them together to make bigger project. Our work, we are going to start by making chain of 37. So I've done 37 chain stitches out of the camera, and when we will have our chain stitches into the 9th chain stitch from our hook, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, we are going to work first double crochet. So all the 8 chain stitches as we've got left at the beginning, the first 2 we are counting as a chain to space, the next 3 as a double crochet, and the last 3, so this is the base. So chain stitch on double crochet and another chain to space. Now we have to work 1 double crochet in next 4 stitches, 1 2 3 and 4, then chain of 2, and we have to skip next 2 stitches, then double crochet into the 3rd one, and then in next 4. So I've got my first 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Chain of 2, then again we have to skip next 2 stitches, in next 5 1 double crochet. So 1 2 3 4 and 5. Chain of 2, then again we have to skip next 2 stitches, in next 5 1 double crochet in each. 1 2 3 4 and 5. Chain of 2, and then we have to skip next 2 stitches into the last one, 1 double crochet. So basically in our first row we've got 5 chain to spaces, 1 at the beginning, 3 in the middle and 1 at the end, and 4 groups of 5 double crochets. Second row, now we are going to start by making chain of 3 as a first double crochet, and then in chain to space we have to work 3 double crochets, 1 2 and 3. Double crochet into the first double crochet, then chain of 2, and now we are going to skip 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet into the last double crochet, so into the 5th, and then again. So we've done first group of 5 double crochets now at the beginning, and into the second chain 2 space we have to work 3 double crochets. 1, 2 and 3. Now 1 double crochet into the first double crochet, so we've got another group of 5 double crochets now, chain of 2, then we are going to skip next 3 stitches and double crochet into the 5th. Now 3 double crochets in chain 2 space, 1, 2 and 3, and 1 double crochet into the first double crochet again, chain of 2, then we have to skip 3 double crochets, double crochet into the last one, so into our 5th, and again 3 double crochets in next chain 3 space, in next chain 2 space, 1, 2 and 3, double crochet into the first double crochet, now chain of 2, then we are going to skip 3 double crochets, double crochet into our last, and now we've got the last chain 2 space exactly at the end. Here we need to work 3 double crochets as well, 1, 2 and 3, and now the 5th double crochet we have to work in 6th chain stitch, so we are going to start counting our chain stitches after our double crochet. It's not going to be very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, so into the 6th chain stitch, so this is exactly the top of our double crochet, and this is our row number 2. Now we've got 5 groups of 5 double crochets and 4 chain 2 spaces. Our third round we are going to start by making chain of 3 as a first double crochet, then chain of 2 as a chain 2 space. Now we are going to turn our work, and we need to skip first 3 double crochets, 1 double crochet into the 5th one, so this is actually the last double crochet in our group. So as you can see, our row we are going to start with a double crochet and chain 2, exactly as we just started our first one. Now into the chain 2 space we are going to make 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, then double crochet into the first double crochet, and we are going to repeat. So we've got first group of 5 double crochets, and now chain of 2. Now we have to skip next 3 double crochets, double crochet into the last, 3 double crochets in chain 2 space, 1, 2 and 3, and double crochet into the first double crochet, chain of 2, and again we are going to skip 3 double crochets, double crochet into the last, 3 double crochets in chain 2 space, 1, 2 and 3, then double crochet in first double crochet, chain of 2. Now we have to skip 3 double crochets, double crochet into the last, 3 double crochets in chain space, 1, 2 and 3, double crochet into the first double crochet, then chain of 2, and now we have to skip first 3 double crochets and into the last one, so basically in third chain stitch of our first double crochet from the previous row we are going to work last double crochet. So again, the same as we've done in our first row, this time we've got 5 chain 2 spaces and 4 groups of 5 double crochets. Now we are going to start row number 4, so we need to repeat the pattern basically from row number 2. Chain of 3 as a first double crochet, then we are going to turn our work, and straight away in our chain 2 space we need to work 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3. Now double crochet into the first double crochet, then chain of 2, and now we are going to skip next 3 double crochets, double crochet into the last, and then again 3 double crochets in chain 2 space, 1, 2 and 3. 1 double crochet in first double crochet, then chain of 2, and we are going to skip 3 double crochets again, double crochet into the last, and then 3 double crochets in chain 2 space, 1, 2 and 3. Double crochet in first double crochet, chain of 2. Now we have to skip next 3 double crochets, double crochet into the last, then 3 double crochets in chain space, 1, 2 and 3. Double crochet in first double crochet, chain of 2, then we are going to skip next 3 double crochets, double crochet into the last, and we've got our last chain space, so we are going to work 3 double crochets, 1, 2 and 3, and this time the last double crochet we have to work exactly into the first chain stitch, so the top of our first double crochet from the previous row. So now again the same as in our row number 2, we've got 5 groups of 5 double crochets and 4 chain 2 spaces. So basically from now we are going to repeat row number 3 now after this. So we have to start with chain of 5, then we have to turn our work and then double crochet into the last double crochet, and then again 3 double crochets in chain space, double crochet into the first one, chain of 2, double crochet into the last, and this is going to be the row number 5. Later on we have to repeat what we've done in row number 4 as a row number 6, then row number 5 we have to repeat as a row number 7, row number 4 as a row number 8, and row number 5 as a row number 9. So basically we have to repeat this pattern in exactly the same way as our pattern to this row until we are going to have 9 rows in total. So this is the 5th one, we have to finish this one and then continue with another 4. So we should finish by 9th row should have 5 chain 2 spaces and 4 groups of 5 double crochets. At the end of our last one row number 9, instead of chain of 2 and double crochet at the top of our last double crochet, we are going to work double treble crochet. So we have to yarn over 3 times and insert our crochet hook into the last double crochet of our previous row. So by working this way we are going to start exactly from the beginning of our chain space. So we should work through first 2 loops 4 times. We are exactly at the beginning, and now we are going to start first round in this project. So chain of 4 as a first treble crochet, then into the same chain space we are going to work another 10 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So in total at the corner we should have 11 treble crochets. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 11. Now we are going to make chain of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Then we have to skip next chain space. Into the middle one we have to work 3 single crochets. 1, 2 and 3. And then chain of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. and exactly at the corner, so next corner, we are going to work another 11 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and then we have to repeat, so another chain of 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then we have to skip first chain space into the second 3 single crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain of 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then we are going exactly to the next corner and we have to repeat, so another 11 treble crochets, then chain of 9, 3 single crochets in next middle chain space, another 11 treble crochets at the next corner, then into the middle 3 single crochets, and exactly at the end we should work slip stitch into the 4th chain stitch of our first treble crochet. So this pattern now we have to repeat all the way around. Now we are going to start round number 2, so we need to work chain of 4 as a first treble crochet again, and this time chain of 2 as a chain 2 space. Now treble crochet into the next treble crochet, chain of 2, treble crochet into the next treble crochet, then again chain of 2, treble crochet into the next treble crochet, chain 2, and then again treble crochet into the next treble crochet, chain 2. So basically we have to work 1 treble crochet in each treble crochet from our previous round, and after each treble crochet chain 2 space, so we should have 11 treble crochets again and 10 chain 2 spaces. So I've got another 2 to do. So this is my 10th, chain 2, and then 11th. Now chain of 7, so 2 chain stitches less than in our previous round. So I've got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and now we are going to skip our first single crochet, 1 single crochet in next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, then chain of 7 again, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and we are going to repeat, so we have to go directly to our first treble crochet and we need to work treble crochet into the first one, then chain of 2, treble crochet into the next one, chain of 2, then treble crochet into the next, and basically the same as we've done in our first corner. We should have 11 treble crochets and 10 chain 2 spaces, then chain of 7, 2 double crochet single crochets here, so into the second and third, and another chain of 7. So again at the end of this round, after our last chain 7 space, we have to work slip stitch into the 4th chain stitch of our first double crochet. Now we are going to start our round number 3, and this is our last one round. So we, after a slip stitch in 4th chain stitch, now we have to work single crochet, so at the top of our first treble crochet, and then chain of 3, single crochet at the top of the next treble crochet, chain 3, single crochet at the top of the next one, chain 3, single crochet at the top of the next, chain 3, at the top of the next. So at the moment we've done 4 chain 3 spaces, and now one more chain of 3 and single crochet at the top of our 6th treble crochet, which is the middle one, exactly the middle in whole group. And here we are going to work chain of 3 and then slip stitch in our single crochet, then again chain of 3, slip stitch into the same single crochet, and one more time chain of 3 and slip stitch exactly in the same single crochet. So we've got triple picot, 3 picots at the top of one single crochet, and now chain of 3, single crochet at the top of the next treble crochet. So this is our first chain 3 space, and we have to work another 4, chain of 3, single crochet at the top of the next, chain 3, single crochet at the top of the next, chain 3, single crochet at the top of the next, and one more time chain of 3, single crochet at the top of the last one. So as you can see, on both sides of our triple picot we've got 5 chain 3 spaces, so 1 2 3 4 5, and on the other side 1 2 3 4 5 as well. So now we have to work chain of 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Then we need to skip first single crochet into the second, and chain of 7 again, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. And then we are going directly to the next group of 11 treble crochets, single crochet into the first, and basically we are going to repeat what we done before. So we have to start with 5 chain 3 spaces at the top of the 6th treble crochet, again triple picot. So chain 3, slip stitch into the single crochet, then chain 3, slip stitch into the same single crochet, and one more time chain 3 and slip stitch into the same single crochet. After our last chain 7 space we have to work slip stitch in our first single crochet, then we can fasten off and cut the yarn. So this round we need to work to the end only in our first part. So in next part of this video, this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to join our parts together to make this project bigger. Now we are going to join our 2 motifs together. So the first one I've done to the end, the last one around is done to the end, as I said to you before, and the second we are going to start at the first corner with only the first 5 chain 3 spaces, and I just started my triple picot by working only the first part. By using the second part of our picot we are going to join to the right side, the short side. So we've got a little bit longer side and a little bit shorter, so we need to turn the first motif to have short side, and basically we have to start joining by using the second part of the whole corner, and the middle part is our second chain 3 space in the picot. So we have to start the second part by working chain of 1, and then instead of second chain stitch we have to insert our crochet hook and work slip stitch, then chain 1 and slip stitch into the same single crochet, then one more time we are going to make chain of 3 and still slip stitch in the same single crochet. Now we are going to join next 3 chain 3 spaces as well, so we have to work chain of 1, then slip stitch in first chain 3 space after our triple picot, chain 1 and single crochet in next treble crochet, and then again chain 1, single crochet into the slip stitch exactly into to the next chain space, then chain 1 and single crochet in next treble crochet. One more time, chain 1, slip stitch in next chain 3 space, then chain 1 and single crochet in next treble crochet. So our first 3 chain 3 spaces we just join together. The next 2 we have to work without joining. So chain of 3 and then single crochet in next treble crochet, chain of 3, single crochet in our last treble crochet. Now chain of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then we have to skip first single crochet into the second, and we've got triple picot at the top of the single crochet as well. So chain of 3, slip stitch into the first single crochet, chain of 3, slip stitch into the same single crochet, chain of 3 and slip stitch into the same single crochet. So triple picot we have done. Now chain of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and we are going to work single crochet at the top of the first treble crochet. So on this side we just join the second part of our corner. Here we are going to join the first part, but the first 2 chain 3 spaces we have to work without joining. So chain of 3, single crochet into the next treble crochet, chain of 3, single crochet into the next treble crochet, and from now we need to join. So chain 1, then we have to find the third chain 3 space and we are going to work slip stitch, chain 1 and single crochet into the next treble crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the next chain space, then chain 1, single crochet into the next, chain 1, single crochet, slip stitch, not single crochet, so I will go back. So once again, chain of 1 and slip stitch. So if you would like to work single crochet, it can be single crochet, but in my case I rather do slip stitch. So slip stitch, single crochet in treble crochet, chain 1, then again not to the first one, make sure that you have the third one. I just joined to the first one by mistake, so one more time, 1, 2, 3 into the third one, slip stitch, chain 1, single crochet in next treble crochet, then chain of 1, slip stitch into the next chain space, chain 1, single crochet into the next, chain 1, slip stitch into the next chain 3 space, chain 1, single crochet into the next one. So we've got our 3 chain 3 spaces just connect together. Now we've got triple picot. So first part of the picot is staying exactly the same, so chain of 3 and slip stitch in our single crochet, and then instead of the second one we are going to work chain of 1, slip stitch into the chain 3 space, chain 1 and slip stitch into the same single crochet, and one more time chain of 3 and slip stitch into the same single crochet. So now chain of 3, and from now basically we need to finish our pattern without joining and single crochet in next. So if we would like to join our motifs in first row, we have to use only one side for joining. So basically the second part of the corner and then the first. The joining is gonna be looks a little bit different when we will have more motifs, especially in our second and each next row. So basically when we are going to have more motifs, we have to join 2 sides. So it's going to be looks like after our first part of the corner we need to start joining straight away the second part and the first part as well. So basically I will go back to you later on in this tutorial, so actually after this part straight away, to show you how the rest parts actually looks joined together and what corners exactly we need to join. So just finish this round to the end and then go back to see how the rest looks like. So now I just would like to show you how to join the other squares, other motifs. So basically how we need to join our motifs in first row I showed you already, so it's very easy. We have to join only one side, so the left side to the right side of the previous motif. We are going to join by using the second part of our corner and then the first. With the second row and each another is a little bit more difficult. At the beginning, when we are starting with the first square, is quite similar, but we need to join the wider side this time. So we have to start again from the right side with the second part of the corner, and then we have to go to the left side and join the first part of the corner. But each next square, so second, third, fourth, whatever, how many you would like to make, it looks a little bit different. So my advice is that we are going to start straight away from the first corner, so it will be the easiest way. First part of the square we are going without joining, we are working without joining. We have to start from the middle picot, and then the second part we on the right side we have to join to the square right at the top. Then we have to go to the left side and we are going to start joining the first part of our corner plus middle picot, and then straight away we have to join the second part of our corner to the motif on our left side, and then we have to go down and we need to join another corner, but only the first part, so our left side of our motif to the right side. So as you can see, we are going to join 3 corners, maybe not the all corners, but the second part, then all exactly in the middle, the first and the second part, and then the first part right at the bottom. And each next square, so the second and another ones, we have to join in exactly the same way as we've done with this. So now you can join as many motifs as you would like to.